pretty quiet on YouTube today. I've been out making some content, and I'm out making more content tomorrow, which will be released hopefully over the weekend. So yeah, today I was just up in Dundee, seen Aaron. I'm going to do a little review about that just shortly. Unfortunately, I have missed the 10:10 bus from Stirling to Tilly. Yeah, Tilly is where I live. But not to worry, because we're going to be taking the train to Alba, and then we'll catch a bus from there. There's a late one from there at 11:05. So Archie says hi. Hope you're doing okay, mate. Hope you're doing alright. Yeah, so as I said, I've missed the 10:10 bus home, unfortunately, and that was the last one. And I certainly ain't working it for a taxi, that's for sure. £27 back to Mabbott. No thanks. I'll take the train and then get another bus from there. Due to having to scan a ticket and the ticket barriers, I might have to turn the video off for a couple of seconds. If that happens, please just bear with me. So, hope everyone's well. I'm still in the middle of editing that footage of the long train journey down to Penzance. So that's the only update on that I can give you, I'm afraid. Yeah, it's taken a lot longer than I thought. Believe it or not, Aaron and I are already planning our next big collaboration when we're going down there again in 2 years' time. We've already started planning it. We're absolute nuts. So we are. I'm not going to spoil it too much, but all I can tell you is it's going to be a good one, and I mean a good one. Riley's Adventure says hi, Catherine says hi, officially Eternal Sugar Cookie says hi, and Riley says, am I the only one here? No, there's quite a few of you here. I'm actually just taking the train at the moment, so I'll keep the stream going when I'm on the train, so I might lose signal briefly if it buffers. I do apologise. Having to take the train home because the last bus is gone. But if the gates are open, I'll just go on through so I won't lose connection. I've got a feeling there might be at this time. Are they? No, they're not. Right, sorry guys. Phone. Riley's Adventure says bye. It's Riley's Adventure 36040. It's cringe though. Right. I'm not entirely sure what the numbers are that follow on my channel. I'm not entirely sure. I think it's something like 16895 or something like that. I'm not really sure. I need to have a look. Sometimes at this train station there's someone playing the piano. Obviously I'm kind of glad there isn't tonight. Not that I don't mind, because I don't mind them playing the piano, but I don't want any copyright strikes for any song that they're playing. And I'm taking off to come to board to the stairs. Might lose connection briefly if that happens. Closing. I do apologise. So I'm just taking the train back to Alba. I just thought I would do a little live and let you see how it looks.
Footbridge. Doors opening.
Thankfully that's not me.
There's more rainbows. I was like, two. Don't care.
No, but that's right. It's platform 9.
Main things are.
Platform 6 on this train.
Footbridge. Doors opening.
That's right.
Doors closing.
That's 22:28 it comes. Okay. 5 minutes yet. Apologies if the picture's a bit buffery.
Platform 3, 6, 7 and 8. Doors opening.
It's not really buffering on, it's not saying reconnecting on the phone, but normally I know if it does that, that's a sign that it is buffering. Aaron and I were having a little chat today, and we were talking about the all-nighter we did in Cardiff last weekend. You may notice that I posted regular updates through the night of how we were getting along. And I think it's safe to say we were both absolutely knackered on the Sunday night, hence the reason why I didn't really upload much. But we were talking about something else, and he said to me, he said, how about if we were to do an all-nighter in Dundee? And I thought, Dundee? Is there much to see in Dundee at night? I mean, it's not like there's going to be loads of buses or anything like that, loads of trains. I don't know. I'd have to think about that one. I'd have to think about that. I think I'm getting a bit too old for doing all-nighters, to be honest. I'm 38 years old, and I think I'm getting a bit old for doing all-nighters, because I slept most of the journey on the Sunday from Cardiff back to Glasgow. Well, the train's not here yet, but I don't think it's going to be that long. Well, I'll tell you how long it's going to be. It's going to be 3 carriages long. Yeah, that board up there says it's arrived. Not yet it hasn't, unless it's invisible. That's the one going to Glasgow. Yes, it's coming now with its lights on, with its lights on. It doesn't take long to get there, it only takes about 10 minutes. In fact, instead of doing 2 live streams tonight, I'll just make this one continuous one, because there's no point in starting a second one. We'll talk about it once we get to Alba, because I was just going to tell you how today's collaboration with Arden went, but we'll talk about that when we get there. Right. Where can we sit? What about? Let's try through here.
This train is for Alba. The next station is Alba.
Just come out through the way we came, because I'm trying to find a little bit moon of the tortoise. You know what? This will do. This bit will do. So, yes. Taking the train to Alba. I've got my rail card now. It was only £3. £3.15 actually. Not bad. Can't really show you much out the window because it's a bit dark. This journey wasn't planned. Let's see. So, yeah, Adam and I had a collaboration today where we went around Dundee, did a few things. But I'll do a review of that when we get to Alba. I'll include it as part of this live stream. There's no point in turning the live off and then starting a new one. There's one thing I've been thinking about doing, and if you have an opinion on this, please let me know.
This train is for Alba.
Right, now that announcement's been cleared. Try
The
71
next
Prime
station
says, where is the
where
train
this
at the moment?
terminates.
It's just left Stirling, it's heading to Alba. Unfortunately, I missed my last bus home, so I've got to take the train, unfortunately. Train and then maybe a taxi. Might get a taxi home back to the house. I'm thinking about the possibility of opening up a Facebook page called the Alba Galavanter, where you guys can message me directly. I've been thinking about it the past couple of weeks. I don't know how you guys would feel about that. I mean, obviously, if you want to private message me on X, just need to search for the, what the heck? What was that? Try 71 Prime says, how long is the journey? It's not long, mate. It's only about less than 10 minutes. But if I was to walk home, it would probably take me about 2 hours. In fact, even more than that. Probably about 3 hours, I reckon. 4 at the most. I'm not exactly the fittest person you'll ever meet. Yeah, it's pretty quiet, to be honest. This isn't the last train though. The trains are every half an hour between Stirling and Alba, because they start at Glasgow Queen Street. I don't normally use the train, but only when I have to. But yeah, the last train is 5 to 12 at night, I think. I'm not sure what time the first one in the morning is. I think it's about 6 AM. Prime says, I love trains, but they get expensive depending on the distance. I find that the more you book it, the longer you book it in advance, the cheaper it is. That's what I think. It's like if you book a train for, say, Stirling to, I don't know, say you're going to Manchester, for example. If you book it for tomorrow, tonight, it's going to cost a fortune. But if you book it, say, for September or August time, just now, you'll be saving a lot of money. I've got a few adventures planned, which may involve taking the train next month. So, you might be seeing a few more adventures by train on this channel. I've recorded some footage today from up in Broughty Ferry, which is where I'm at home now, and I'll be releasing that hopefully in the next day or two, because I'm still in the process of releasing footage from Penzance. I've got a couple more videos which will be getting released tonight. So just a couple of short ones. They might only be 20-30 seconds long, but I still have a heck of a lot more to upload. I took more filming down there than I did more filming down there than I planned to, and I've used quite a bit of my data as well, but my data rolls over at the end of next month, so end of next week. I get 50 gig a month, so that's not bad. Prime says even local though, it can be expensive these days. It was bleeping £6 from Easterhouse to the train station at Clydebank. Yeah, that's not an area that I know very well, if I'm being honest. I was through in Clydebank actually a few months ago. I was doing the, oh my god, what's that route again? The bus route. Number 60. All the way to the house. I had a number I got to Clydebank. I think I got the 757 back and then the 500 back to Buchanan Street because I thought it'd be a lot faster than it was. But yeah, it's just one of those things. We'll see what I still have to do because I know there's still quite a few requests outstanding. I'm trying to do return routes at the moment, but just not really finding the time. I've got some spare time over the weekend though, so probably going to do some then. I'm off to Fort William tomorrow, so I'll be leaving the house about 9 AM. Won't be home till about this time probably. But Friday I can have a day to myself. So I'm finishing off the E4 tomorrow, and I'm planning the return of the E5 to Glasgow for, I was going to say Sunday, but I think we'll put it in for next Tuesday. Prime says the buses are really cheap, to be fair, but take forever. I agree with that one. There's a few services around Stirling Way that take forever. CityLink, that's the quickest to Glasgow, and that's about 40 minutes. The X36 that McGill's operates is about 1 hour 10. X10 and X10A take about 2.5 to 3 hours. I've done an X10A and an X10 for the channel. It was a long one. It was an enjoyable one. In fact, I think I did both of them with Arden, if I remember rightly. I'm sure we did. We're now approaching Alba because the trains aren't slowing down, but not that you can see anything because it's too dark.
We'll soon arrive at Alba.
Oh, there's the proof.
Station stop will be Alba Station where the service will terminate. All passengers, please ensure that you have left all your luggage and all your personal belongings will leave the train. In the interest of safety and security, become aware of any unattended luggage and please report this to the train staff. Again.
Yes, I was having a look at some of the. Oh, looks like I've lost. I'm sorry guys, I think we're going to have to try and reconnect. I think we've lost connection. Give me 2 minutes, I'll try and get you reconnected.